Hey everyone, welcome back to the User of Bricks channel. Today we have a quick video on the mcreator website showing the new mcreator 1.8.3 features update. Many of these are community requested, as you can see from the title card. And yeah, so let's get right into it. mcreator has a bunch of different things that's been updated anyway, like the Mac and Linux versions. Many people, I don't know, use those versions of mcreator, but there is a really nice new installation procedure, which cuts down on a lot of needless commands to be done and whatnot. More variable types. These are immensely powerful, these new ones. Block-specific variables, entity, dimension, and world. Though all four of those are really powerful, as before the variable types would not save after they'd been used once. Like the old game or world specific variables, once you went out of a world, the value of that variable went back down to 0 or nothing, or whatever nothing would be for those variables. These save the variables, so there's a lot of things we can do with them, which I will be going into in upcoming videos. So subscribe if you want to see those, and like this video if it helped you understand what this update is all about. OBJ models. These are immense, because you can have pretty much any shape you want in Minecraft itself. Like, you're not limited to the normal JSON block models, which is wonderful. And you can see an example of some barrels, I believe, in the image here. But this is an amazing feature. Though there are some limitations to how fancy the rendering of them can get. Because if you didn't know, OBJ models have another file that comes with them that tells the game what, or I should say how to load those into the game. And there are some limitations with that, but they're nothing compared to the stuff you can do with these models, I mean. New entity procedure blocks. There are a few, like get the entity coordinates, velocity, health, is sneaking, burning, sprinting, riding, being ridden, current entity, dimension ID, the display name of the entity, and those will probably go into more depth later, in later videos, as those have implications, but I'm not sure many people know or would understand how the full extent that you can do with those procedure blocks, as you can do a bunch of different things, adding mechanics for certain dimensions, like that's how you'd use the current entity dimension ID, or you could use that with the combination of the rest, and it's really powerful, the procedure system. World generating improvements. As you can see, the old slider or view bar is still there. They have added the ability to do any dimension. The end, which previously you could not do, Nether, Overworld, any combination of the three, or if you have already added in a custom dimension, you could make the thing spawn in that dimension as well from this page, and not just the dimension page or the biome page or whatnot. Blocks that this ore replaces, this is also really nice, as normal Minecraft, all the ores and whatnot only replace stone. They don't replace granite or andesite or diorite. They only replace stone. So if you have a custom dimension that doesn't have any stone in them, there will be no ores in that dimension, as they just don't spawn because there's no stone. You can now add a block that it can replace into this list, and it will replace that block when spawning as an ore. You can restrict it per biome. This was previously implemented. Frequency on chunks, they moved this from a slider bar to up, down and up arrow keys. And same with the frequency on specific chunk. The minimal height and maximum height are the same as before, with the different with the two dots over here. This is a very helpful thing right here. Multiplayer compatibility. I didn't realize that this was happening before, and when I saw this, I was really excited, because this means that multiplayer is even more compatible now, and there aren't nearly as many bugs. There's recipe mod element changes. They got rid of the ability to add an enchantment in the procedure element. Not the procedure element, the crafting element itself. So you have to go through procedures, like when something is crafted, and have a list of if provided item equals certain item, add an enchantment if you want it to, when it's crafted, to automatically do something. Yeah. So entity dependency on block procedures, they removed a few things, but nothing too drastic, as I believe this is from the entity side, which messes with things. It's better to do it from the block side than the entity side. Improved Forge code format compatibility. Yes, before, the code that you'd see in the code editor wouldn't match the Forge code. So if you were trying to learn how to code, you would be learning incorrectly before. With 1.8.3, they have fixed that, and from what I have read, it has been made pretty much completely to the Forge orientation and whatnot. Okay, that's pretty much it. There are other improvements and whatnot, but they're small things, like smelting recipes now have an output stack size dial. Now that's something small, but it does add a bunch of things. If you are curious, I'd suggest coming to the mcreator.net page and just looking at all of the, I'd say going to the changelog and just looking at all the different features in the up and coming updates. So there you go. Yeah, that is what's been added in mcreator 1.8.3. Nothing major like in 1.8.2, or I should say as major. Like mcreator 1.8.2 moved a lot of places where you did different things, but everything was pretty much the same. In 1.8.3, it's more adding features than removing them, as you have seen. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you want to know when the videos, or be notified when the videos for some of these features come out, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.